Hello, hello. How are my people today? So happy to be with you as always. I cannot believe that we're starting week 3 of Halloween projects. The first 2 weeks went so fast and I still have a lot more to share with you. So today we're going to be making this adorable Halloween hand sanitizer treat box. I had to save that little Batman piggy because how cute is he? I'm using the Fright Night for our Eek. I'm using Choose Happy for our Boo. So if you don't have this stamp set, it's pretty awesome. There's a little pumpkin and a pumpkin face, and this is just such a cute set. The word Boo in it, I just think is adorable, and I had to use it. We're also using the Nested Essential dies, the second smallest banner. I did elongate it. I have shown many times how to do that, where you put half of the die under the plate, run it through, stretch the die out, and make it longer. That's what I did here. I really wanted it to stick out. So I'm not going to be showing you how to do that in this video, but I have many videos where I show how to elongate a die. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, put our little box in the corner, and we're going to get started. I will give you all of the measurements and all of the fun. If this is your first time catching me, please subscribe. I would love to have you as part of my community of stampers. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love it if you would choose me to be your demonstrator. The ultimate goal is to show projects and sell products, of course. But I really want you to have a good experience. So I hope that the ideas that I share with you, that you share back with me by making purchases with me. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so this is a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. It is 8 inches by 3 3/4 inches. We're gonna score the long side first at 1 inch, 3 3/4, 4 3/4, and 7 1/2. And then on the short side, we're gonna score at 1, and then 2 3/4. After I score my cardstock, if you've watched me at all, I'm sure you know what's coming next. The bone folder. I always burnish on all my score lines. I always fold against the raised line. This is the raised line, not the indented line. The raised line, push against it. You get a better score that way. Okay, so we don't need these little tabs right here. We're gonna get rid of those. We are gonna turn these little squares into tabs. So lots of stuff to do. Let me get my bone folder out of here. So I'm going to start here on the squares, and I'm going to angle cut right there. And I am going to keep that one straight. And we're cutting the score line away. This is going to be our bottom of our box. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So, angle here. Cut your score line away here. All right. So on this piece, we're getting rid of this. We don't need these, okay? Only this one, and I want to angle this one. All right, and these sides here are going to be shorter. So, I mean, less wide. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. I have a little guillotine cutter. If you don't have one of these, I do have it linked in the video description. I absolutely love this guillotine cutter. I'm putting my score line right along the 1/2 inch mark on my cutter. And I'm gonna trim down these sides. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Just make sure everything's out of the way. And I'm gonna put my score line on the 1/2 inch mark. I want them to be about a 1/2 inch long, okay? So that's it for cutting, except I do have to angle cut the pieces I just trimmed. Okay, it just helps it to tuck better if you angle cut them. All right, and then I always make sure that I don't have any fuzzies. Sometimes it happens, so I trim those away by pushing everything in. That one looks good. That one looks good. And here we go. All right, I'm pretty happy right there with everything. Okay, so this is trash. Let's start talking about the designer series paper. So these are the sides of our box. These are gonna get attached right here like this. And then these are gonna get tucked in side, and that's our little box. Isn't it cute? So cute. I think I'm gonna angle this one slightly just to give it a little more room on the bottom section. Okay. Let's add some designer series paper. So we are going to be using the Spooky Sweet designer series paper. I want the white and orange for the top, and then I'm using the black and orange for the sides, front and back. Okay, so the top is 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. The sides are 2 5/8 by 7/8. The front and the back are 1 5/8 by 7/8. So yeah, just a little bit of gluing. So let's put our box together. So I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on this tab right here. That's more than a little bit of adhesive. Got a little out of hand there, but luckily I hadn't put very much, so I can just move it around. There we go. I'm not squeezing anymore. I'm just kind of trying to redeposit all of that wet glue. All right, so we're gonna attach this one, which is the back side here, the side near the back. Now we're gonna do this one, do the other side. Again, this is the back right here. Just hold it and let it grab. It just takes a second, but you do want it to get a good grab so that your box will be nice and square. So now we're gonna do these 2 side tabs for the front tabs. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on both, but I'm gonna press them one at a time. I'm gonna bring them both inside. Just makes it easier. But we're gonna hold this one right here, and this one right here. And there's our box, okay? So these will be tucked in like this. So cute, right? I think so too. Very cute box. So this is the top. We're gonna add our our white and orange pattern. 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. We're gonna attach that right there. Smooth. All right, let's do the front and back. 1 5/8 by 7/8. is so cute. Sides. 2 5/8 by 7/8. Whoops, that was a little bit more wiggle than I wanted. There we go. Last one. All right. Pretty quick and easy box, as you can see. Let's put our hand sanitizer inside. Just want to make sure that my adhesive is, so I found these at Bath and Body Works. They're the pocket back, and this one's Perfect Pumpkin, so it fits quite well in here. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and tie our ribbon. So I'm using quite a bit of ribbon. I think about 17 inches maybe. I don't know. Let me see if I can measure it. 18 inches. We're gonna add it to this. Just make sure that it's even so that we can tie a good bow. So once you have that, it's kind of difficult to keep this tight. So sometimes I use a reverse action tweezer, but today I'm gonna try and do it without it to see if it works. We'll see what happens. Sometimes it's easier than others. There we go. We did all right. So there's our ribbon. That's how you know this is the front of our box, right? We have the cute ribbon in the front. All right, we're gonna trim the ends. All right, this one a little more. There we go. All right, so there's our ribbon. Now time to decorate. So like I said, I elongated my piece, and we're gonna add this straight along here, but first we're going to add our eek, and of course we want to stamp our boo. So let me grab my tuxedo black ink pad. I gotta find where I stuck that boo. It's on one of these, I don't know which one though. It's on one of these stamps. Who knows? There it is. All right. So we're just gonna put it in this bottom corner, and then we'll go ahead and adhere the eek on. So I'm just gonna flip that over, and I'm gonna make sure that I put enough glue on all the letters. Kind of like I am writing the word with some adhesive, right? You don't need a bunch, just enough to stick it down. So cute. All right, here comes my reverse action tweezers, and I'm gonna angle our little word right on here. So cute. All right, so this is going to get dimensionals. We also have our cute little piggy, our little bat piggy. He is from the Spooky Sweet designer series paper, and I have to fussy cut him out. I don't have to color him though. He's colored for me. I got my colors for this box from my little piggy, who was my focal point, right? He's so cute. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of this project. Let me know who you're making your treat box for, if you plan on making this. And if you're new to my channel, say hi, tell me you're new. If you're not new, say hi anyway, and tell me what you've enjoyed from this year's projects. Do you watch me only at Halloween? Do you watch me all year round? I do love holidays, and I do tons of different holiday projects. So I'm curious to see who's out there and how they found me and all that good stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna add some dimensionals. Now, this is not gonna stick out the whole way, so I'm just gonna put it right to about there, because that's about the size of the box. And then we're gonna put a few dimensionals on this piglet. And then of course I'm gonna fill in with minis. I definitely like there to be enough support on my projects, and I've been known to add quite a few dimensionals. It is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna put that one right there. And then I just need a tiny little one on this corner here. All right, so we're good to go. Let's put away our dimensionals. We're in the home stretch, guys. Pretty quick and easy. That's the theme also this year, is quick and easy projects. I just want you guys to be able to replicate these and it not take a long time, right? So I've come up with quick and easy projects for y'all for this year. That's not to say that there may not be some that take a little longer, but for the most part, the theme is quick and easy. All right, my last one. All right, time to decorate it up. So we're gonna start with our eek boo, and we're gonna bring it about right there. I think it's so cute. And then we're gonna add our little dude. So precious. All right, and then of course, I wanted to add some stars, and so I went with the shimmer foam sticker stars. And I'm gonna use purple. Why not? I'm gonna put a big one right here, medium. And then maybe a little one up there. Ah! Don't stick to my finger, stick to my project. There we go. Just precious little sparkles. All right. What do you guys think of this project? I think it turned out really cute. I hope that you will try your hand at making one of these Halloween hand sanitizer treat boxes. Remember, Fright Night is the dies that I used, and Nested Essentials. If you don't have the Fright Night Bundle, it's pretty amazing. I've done quite a few projects with it. The next project will be using it as well. So don't miss out on purchasing that bundle this year. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. I am live every Tuesday night and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, so I hope to see you there as well. And keep checking out the videos. This is video number 15 in a row. So if you missed 1 through 14, go back and watch them. I am going to link yesterday's video number 14 right up here, so you can catch that right when this video is over. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.